It's great. It's great to be back out with the guys again. It's a chance to get a look at a lot of the new arrivals and things. I thought we had a lot of energy, a lot of spirit. Liked how everything went. Got a lot to work on and install, but good first day.
You guys do a lot of transitions, at least early in practice. What's it like having to have a whole new group of guys, almost 30 guys learn?
Yeah, we through different things that you're allowed now with meetings and through off-season conditioning, we get a chance to talk about what the expectation is on how we do things and how we transition. And I think all in all, it was excellent tonight about how the guys are understanding how we practice. I think when we talk to newcomers that have come to from other programs, they talk about how things, whether it be our weightlifting sessions to some of our practice models, are slightly different than what they've been used to. But like I said, I think they understand the concepts of what we're trying to get done, the reasoning behind it, to get a lot of guys opportunities, and that pace has to be there.
How'd everything flow with the new staff and everybody working together?
Everything seemed to be good. I really like where DK and the defense are as far as the emphasis on little details and effort and strain and where we're going. I think the other guys have fit in nicely. Matt was here before, so he knows the practice format and doing things. So all in all, I'm real happy where it's at. I think when we get a chance to get back in and look at it here in a little bit, we'll be able to clean some more stuff up.
And then with some of the just new faces that you have this year, how important is the springtime to kind of get to know the guys, evaluate each other, and get ready for the year?
More so now than ever. This is almost like our first year where we're starting to learn a bunch of names again and getting those guys together, getting opportunities, getting them evaluated, trying to figure out where it's at. We'll need all 15 practices to make some of those things, and probably in the fall camp as well. But like I said, excited about what we're seeing. It's only a Spiders practice and helmets, so we got a long way to go into pure evaluation. But like I said, I like where it was at. I like some of our newcomers, guys who are from a year ago, guys who redshirted, to see them take another step with maturity. They've added size and strength. You can see they're more comfortable, they're more confident. And some of the guys that were backups last year getting opportunities, I was extremely pleased with that as well.
What did you think of starting in the evening when you're going to do most of the morning practices?
Yeah, it's something different. Just the way it kind of worked out for us. We wanted to get 6 practices in before spring break and to get it started because of really the load that we did last week. We tried to give as much time as we could, try to balance us out, but going Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, this will be a lot. By Saturday, I'm sure our legs are going to feel it. We got to be smart on how we're going about it. Today's practice is about 95 minutes, so we're going to be smart. And again, the strength staff does a great job giving us the information that we need on player load.
I know in past years you've come into spring practice with a point of emphasis, things you really want to work on. Is there something specific you really want to see?
Well, there's so much that we have to get established first, Michael, on just what bodies are going to be there. But I think as we progress through the spring, there's got to be things. I think we're going to put a more emphasis on situational football. We have to be better in certain areas. We know that was an area that we did not excel in last year. So, situational football, understanding situations and be cleaner in those. I think you'll see us do more of those as we progress. Right now, it's just mainly getting some things installed, getting the reps and the segments that we have done in the past. But I think we'll get more competitive situations as we progress through the spring.
With Jalen being out, what kind of opportunity does that present for Cole and Zeke and for you guys?
Yeah, it gives everybody more reps to go. I thought Cole had a really good night. Again, Zeke keeps showing improvement. Again, they'll make the most of it. The comfort in the offense by those guys, it'll show a lot. Not exactly sure how much and when Jalen will be able to do stuff. It won't be anything before spring break. But, all those guys. And then, between Mikey and TJ and then David McComb getting his first chance. For any of those new guys, especially at quarterback, this goes extremely fast in the pace of practice. But it'll be good. Any of those guys to us that are early enrollees that still should be back in high school, this is all bonus stuff right now, and I get excited about watching them run around and see what they can do, because we'll really see the benefits in August.
As Deshaun Hanukkah was a guy he missed all year. He's back now. What can he bring?
Yeah, he's such a mature young man. He's been through a lot, and he's become a leader of this team. He's well respected in the locker room. He works extremely hard. you know, it's been a frustrating road for him. I just know he's thankful to be back out there, and we look for him to make an impact at the tight end position.
What was it like to see Devin here at the first practice?
It was great. He texted me yesterday. I texted him after his workout and stuff, and you know, get his feelings on what his day was like. And he's like, "Well, I'll see you tomorrow." I go, "When are you coming back to Lawrence?" He goes, "I'll see you at practice tomorrow." And it's like, awesome. So it's like, you know, again, it just shows again what this program means to him, and what the guys are so glad to see him. They're all proud of him to have him back. Trevor Cardell was here as well. So. Dre was here as well. You know, some of our guys, they're always welcome. We got a lot of guys working out here in town, and I think most of those guys that went away to train will be back around now for the next month or so.
Obviously, there are going to be a lot of carries for Daniel now that Devin's moved.
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, obviously, I thought Daniel had a really good practice today. He's moving really well. You know, I think he's had a fine start to this semester. I think he sees the opportunity. He knows that he's in a good spot and all that. So we're excited about them. And the rest of that room will continue to develop, and there'll be good competition there.
4 guys at the combine, I think is the most you've had since you've been here. How proud are you of those guys, what they're able to show?
Yeah, I don't see all the numbers about per school or whatever, but that 4 there was a lot. I thought we could have a couple more that I still think have a chance to be drafted, and we'll show that. Very proud of those guys for what they've shown. You know, look like, you know, Kobe's numbers. You know, hit 180. I know he was very proud. He was texting me. He was going to call me, and then he got distracted on somebody. He had to go do something. But I thought, you know, Mello, you know, those guys will have another chance to run at the Big 12 Pro Day if they so decide. So I think they still have a chance to continue to do the interviews, do the workouts, and improve stuff. I'm very proud, and for a little bit that I've seen, or somebody has sent me some video clips and stuff, it sounds like you know, the program got some good respect on the NFL Network as well.
And then across the country, there are some programs that have just kind of been canceling their spring game. I'm just kind of curious as to your thoughts on that, and maybe how.
Yeah, you know, it seems to be where it's going. You know, we haven't done a ton. We've done pretty much our same scrimmage format as we've done since we've been here. Really, since I've been a head coach with spring ball, and right now we plan to trend that way. I don't know. I don't see us increasing that. And I do see it appears that they could be fading away, and for various reasons. I think the next thing that we have to look out is the roster limits that we're going to be under. Our numbers are going to be different, and you're going to be depleted in some spots some years, either through injury, through guys from off-season, maybe surgeries, or graduation, or attrition. It's going to make it more and more difficult to actually hold those games.
What has that been like, preparing for having like a lesser number of walk-ons in particular than you've had in years?
Well, you know, it's been interesting. You know, we're still hovering around 100 right now, which our numbers are real good. We did have some conversations after the season with a few guys about where this was trending, and we had a few guys that decided to move on, and we respected that, and we helped them. Lance Bassett from right here at Lawrence High was, you know, he got a scholarship to North Alabama. It was great to see, and again, for a guy like that to get a scholarship, play FCS football, we're happy for him. It's never easy. We have a lot of guys. Some guys will have to make the decision, because there could be a few more reductions of do they want to go somewhere else and play, or they want to get their degree at the University of Kansas.
Okay, Lance, in the 2026 class, you guys have more commitments than any school in the country. Fast start. How have you done it? Is it surprising?
Well, you know, again, you can't talk specifically, as
right.
you know, John, but and you go through, and you kind of, as we go through it, we got some time yet before they sign. We got to keep working at it, but I think a lot of things. I think our staff's done a good job working at it. I think we've done for that. I think the last couple seasons and where we've gone, even how we played in that last part of the season, I think helped us. And of course, these facilities have shown that this program has a chance to be consistently a winner, and the relationships we're able to jumpstart early out of the gate, and again, it's been exciting, and it's, you know, it's, as you kind of go through this process, you never know until they sign on that day, but you know, we're at a point already telling some guys that we're filled at their position, and we have to turn a couple away, which is tough this early, but it's exciting. Our personnel staff, our assistant coaches, think everybody's put a good emphasis on it, and it's given us a good chance.
How useful is the new stadium as a selling point in recruiting and transfer stuff?
I think it's been exciting. I think, the stadium itself, it's hard to tell without it being completed yet, but the more the day-to-day operational facilities in the Anderson Family Football Complex has been able to, a lot of the transfers that came in that were at Power 2 schools, if that's what we call them, and talked about things that we have that weren't at their school, or things that were pleasantly surprising to them, that the qualities of the new things that we've been able to add. I think the stadium and everything is going to be another added bonus that will continue to pay dividends with our current players as well as future.
Time for a couple more.
Demarius McGee and Tristan Fletcher weren't on the updated
Right,
roster. I didn't see them here. Do you have an update on their
Yeah,
status?
they're no longer on the roster, and they'll be finishing school, and I don't know their plans as far as playing, or just I think both of them right now are just going to graduate and take the next step. But we appreciate those young men. Both had trouble staying healthy. Good young men. Love both of them and love their personalities. Very unselfish, never a problem with attitude or work ethic. But they're no longer with us. Thanks for coming out, everyone.